Hey there, race fans. Welcome to another edition of OBDTR's This Week in the Valley. I'm Matt Noonan. Plenty of highlights to get to, but first, some big news announced on Monday night of this week. Unfortunately, Mother Nature less than cooperative around the region for the entire weekend, and no more the case than at Atomic Speedway, where the NDRL's Atomic Blast weekend was rained out both Friday night and Saturday night. Series officials announcing on Monday of this week that those two nights of racing have been rescheduled for July 25th and 26th. They will follow the same format that was scheduled to go this past weekend. Now, July 25th and 26th were originally scheduled for Roaring Knob and Tyler County Speedways. Those events have been postponed to a later date that has not been announced as of yet. Now, Tyler County Speedway will still run the Earl Hill Memorial on Saturday night, July 26th. That race will pay $10,000 to the winner, and it will be unsanctioned. So a lot of big races now developing around the region on that weekend. We'll give you more details on those events and potential makeup events as they come available to us. Well, also this weekend, despite Mother Nature wreaking havoc around the region, OBDTR's cameras were able to get out to Midway Speedway. Here's the highlights. $2,500 was on the line for the modifieds in the Jared Helzel Memorial at Midway Speedway. Jesse Weiscarver from his number 4 starting position makes a 3-wide move up the middle to take the race's early lead. We'd also see some great racing in the top 5 early on. There you see Tanner Wilson going at it with Cody Parker and the C7 of Casey Fritz, 3 wide around turns 3 and 4. Weiscarver would build up a big lead, but a restart in the race's second half would make this one interesting. There you see Weiscarver leading, Parker on the inside, Wilson on the outside. Wilson able to get the run down the back straightaway to take over the number 2 position. He would set his sights on trying to track down your race leader, would chase him all the way to the last lap, and then this. Wilson throws a hard slide job into turns 3 and 4, cannot clear Weiscarver. They both slide up the track and crash. Cody Parker wins, and behind Carnage as Jess Hartman gets in on the action along with several other cars. Weiscarver with some serious damage on his machine. Let's take a second look at it. Wilson nearly gets past the car of Weiscarver, but just can't quite clear him off of turn number 4. The 2 cars make contact, and Cody Parker comes through to take the checkered flag.
Now it's time to take a look at our OBDTR winners from the past week.
Come to Tyler County Speedway this Memorial Day weekend as the Renegades of Dirt return for the biggest modified show in the region.
The Limit Line 55.
The 3-day event kicks off Friday night with a $1,000 to win preliminary feature. Then Saturday, things pick up with 2 separate $1,200 to win features. Then Sunday, it's the Let It Ride 55, paying over $5,500 to the winner. Saturday and Sunday general admission tickets are $30 each. A 3-day pass is just $65. Don't miss the biggest modified race in the Ohio Valley, the Let It Ride 55 at Tyler County Speedway. Racing season is about to kick into high gear at Beckley Motor Speedway. Friday night, May 16th, it's the Gold Rush. Super late models will race 30 laps for $2,000. General admission tickets are just $12 and pit passes only $25. Don't miss the Gold Rush. Friday, May 16th at Beckley Motor Speedway. Welcome back to This Week in the Valley. We're now joined by Joe Rush, who works in race control at Princeton Speedway in Princeton, West Virginia. Joe, you guys got a big modified race coming up this week, paying $1,500 to win. That's some serious money for the mod guys.
This is the class has grown at Princeton over the first few years. This is my first year down there, but, we've already picked up to getting 12, 14 cars a week usually. I know last year they stuck with it through having 2 or 3 cars a week and, sticking with it, showing that it's paying off here this season with, getting 12, 14 cars and now running this big show. I know there's already been calls coming from North Carolina and guys planning on coming up this weekend.
Should be a great event. Well, Joe, we've seen Princeton really grow over the past several years, and judging by the schedule this year, the track has continued to grow, and there's a lot to be excited about looking ahead to the future.
Yeah, well, not only this weekend, but then next weekend on Sunday, they're running the third leg of the Fast Track Triple Crown race for Memorial Day weekend. Several big Fast Track races coming up this year. That's the class that really carries it at Princeton. They got the UBB race that they run. Also, they've got a Ultimate Super Late Model show paying $4,000 to win on the schedule for this year. First Super Late show down there in a few years. So just working on building it up. And then even in September, they have the Fast Track Pro Late race off at the end of the year at the end of September. So just, like I said, the Fast Track is really built up at that track, and it's really the big class down there. But like I said, they've also added a Super Late show once on the schedule for this year, which is the first time that they've had one of those in several years at the track, and it's always exciting when they have a Super Late show down there as well.
And one thing I want to draw attention to, Joe, is a great promotion that Princeton and Beckley have joined together to start here in 2014. A bonus is being paid to drivers who can win at both tracks in the same weekend. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the 2 tracks are only 30 minutes apart. Most of the staff from Beckley also works at Princeton. So it's kind of a no-brainer to partner up and do this deal that we're doing this year. Basically, any of the classes that we run that are the same, if a driver wins on Friday night at Beckley, they go down to Princeton and win also. They pick up 50 extra bucks from each track, comes to a total of 100 extra bucks, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that 100 extra bucks can really go a long way on race weekend.
Well, it's always great to see tracks working together, and hopefully we'll see some of the bonus money claimed at Princeton and Beckley here in 2014. Well, Joe, thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time, and hope you guys have a great race down there this weekend, and hopefully we'll run into you later here in 2014.
All right, thank you, sir.
Coming up on This Week in the Valley, we'll give you a look at our weekly schedule. Several events have already been postponed or shuffled around, so you're going to want to take a look at that. It's next.
Ron's Auto Center in Chester Hill, Ohio is proud to support OVDTR.com. The next time your personal vehicle needs a pit stop by Ron's for complete auto service. And when you're on your way to the races, stop in for a wide selection of deli meats, cheeses, pizza, subs, snacks, drinks, ice, and more. Ron's Auto Center, the one-stop shop for every race fan's needs, and a proud supporter of OVDTR.com.
Welcome back to This Week in the Valley. We just heard from Joe Rush from Princeton Speedway as they're set for a $1,500 to win modified race this weekend, but plenty of other great action on the racing schedule. So let's take a look at this week's OVDTR weekly schedule.
Friday night, the Fast Series invades Attica for a $3,000 to win main event. Late model specials paying $2,000 to win are on tap at Beckley and Moeller. Southern Ohio Speedway hosts the Ohio Valley Sprint Car Association, and Limaland will host a $1,000 to win modified main event. A scheduling note here, Skyline Speedway running with the Move Modifieds on Friday night. This event, originally scheduled for Midway Speedway, has been moved, so Skyline will be racing both Friday night and Saturday night. Raceway 7 hosting a $300 to win mini stock special. 250 Speedway looking to open its doors for the first time in 2014. And regular shows on tap at Elkins, I-77, Jackson County, Legendary Hilltop, and Lernerville. Then on Saturday night, the second night at Skyline Speedway features a $2,000 to win late model main event. The Boss Series in a big show at Eldora Speedway, one of the biggest non-wing sprint races of the year in Ohio. The Ohio Valley Sprint Car Association makes its way to Wayne County Speedway. A $1,500 to win modified special at Princeton. We talked with Joe Rush about that earlier in the show. It's a jackpot qualifier at Tyler County Speedway, as drivers will try to qualify for that big Memorial Day weekend event. The Fast Series moves on over to Fremont Speedway on Saturday night as well. Hilltop Speedway running a $400 to win truck event. The Sport Mods running a special at 35 Raceway Park as well. Also on Saturday night, regular shows at Atomic, Brush Creek, Deerfield, Oakshade, Ohio Valley, Pittsburgh, Roaring Knob, Sharon, and Waynesfield. Then on Sunday, still plenty of action as well. Roaring Knob hosting a $3,500 to win sprint show. Should be a great event in Markleysburg, Pennsylvania. And Oakshade Raceway running an enduro event. Again, both of those races taking place on Sunday.
Well, that's going to do it for another edition of This Week in the Valley. So for our entire OVDTR staff, I'm Matt Noonan. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the races.